All right, welcome back to the Collector's Corner, everyone. I've just come back from the starter deck pre-release event here in Australia, down in Victoria. I only grabbed two, and don't worry, I got two of each, so I'm going to get all the SRs I need, but I grabbed Yamato and Bonney. Probably not the best starter decks out of the set, but ones I wouldn't mind building around, so I grabbed them nevertheless. So we'll jump in. Just have a quick look. I know online you can have a look at what the card list is if you want to, but just thought I'd let you see what the cards look like. So there's the leader. I mean, the leader art looks pretty sick. I got the old art in one of my earlier pulls, which was really lucky. But, you know, still cool. Like, if you didn't have that leader, I mean, all the new leaders look pretty cool, to be honest. So, there we go. Yamato leader. This is one of the new cards. Kazuki Momosuke as the adult. Have a little read there if you want to, but, you know, if you've got 2 or less life cards, your leader gains 1,000 power. Which is really good considering your leader. For anyone that doesn't know, you have a double attack. And activate main. If your opponent has 3 or less life cards, you can give 2 rested Don cards to one of your characters, which is always helpful. Also, activate main for this one. You may return 2 total of your current given Don cards to your cost area, and then this character gains rush and 1,000 power during this turn. So that's a really good card. I played the Yamato deck, starter deck, in the pre-release. I didn't actually pull this in my hand for the entire night. So there's the 2 of those for the SRs. Here's another new card in the deck, and that's the Yamato card. It's 1 cost, 0, but on play you can look at top 5 cards. You're revealing a card, which means you get to add it to your hand. Well, it has to be a cost of 2 or more, obviously. You place the rest at the bottom. But then the good thing in this as well, this character gains 3,000 power on your turn if it has 2 Don attached. So if you play this out turn 1, turn 2, you get a 5k swinger if you want to by attaching 2 Don onto it. So really nice card for this deck, this leader. Ashura Doji, I used this a couple of times. It's not bad. It's only 3k hitter, but you know, if your leader is a Land of Wano type and your opponent has 3 or more life cards, you can KO up to one of their characters with a base cost of 5 or less. So that's pretty good actually. I didn't mind playing that one a few times. It worked. I played a Shanks and I won, and then I played Buggy and got absolutely dominated by his blockers. So no fun there. Izo, I didn't actually mind playing this card in here. He's a bit annoying. You got to put 2 Don on it. Obviously, you can use your leader ability to do that, and then it gains blocker. But on play, it gives your leader banish. So I think this is going to work really well with Onami as well. Both 2 cost banish characters that can give to your leader, and you have double attack, so very effective. The other new one, just a 2k, but it has the trigger, which is really nice. If your leader has the Land of Wano type and your opponent has 3 or less life cards, you can play this card. So pretty handy card, especially the starter deck. I didn't really get why this one was in here. I'm assuming it's just because obviously Ace and Yamato are in the storyline quite close. I mean, it helped a few times with the 2k blocker. 2k counter. And to be honest, I actually got to do the on-play for it in one of the games as well, which was really helpful. But yeah, I was a bit surprised that one was in the deck. And then we're going into like our usual ones, deck cards we've all seen before, so I won't bother going into the wording for that one. If you need to, just pause the video, have a quick read. Got another one. I think we're going into pretty much like cards that are just you can get from other sets now. So, you know, you get your 4 of each of those. Denjiro. There's a few cards in here that like you'll use staples for the Yamato deck. There's quite a few that you probably have to swap out for something a bit better. Raizu. I didn't actually play this one out. Like, I get it's a 2k counter, but this one sort of baffled me a bit. Like, and maybe it's just because I don't know how to play Yamato very well, but like it's rush, which is great, but it's only 4k hitter, so obviously you have to use your leader ability to give it the extra Dons or just stack Don on it, but you have to take a life. Early game might not be too bad, just to get an extra swing in with Rush. But yeah, all late game, I suppose, if you've got no life. Well, you can't take life if there's no life to take. So, and then you've got your counter slash event card, which rounds out the deck. And then you've got your Don cards, just the normal ones. Each box comes with an OP11 booster pack. I'll open those in another video, just as something extra. We'll just focus on the starter decks. So I'll jump into the Bonney one. I've seen the list online, but I haven't actually opened the other one I bought for this yet. So this is my first time opening it. Really unfortunate. I don't know why I thought it was gonna potentially get the Cavendish card re-released in here. I know it was a stupid thought, but really need that card for this Elita. It really helps out. I don't have any of the Cavendish cards, and I think they're now up to about 60 AUD each at the moment on average, which is just really rough. Hey, more likes and subscribes and followers to our channel, maybe I'll be able to afford them, but at the current moment, it's not going to happen. But we'll jump into the deck anyway and have a look. So obviously your Bonney leader. For anyone that doesn't know, you may rest one of your Don cards, and then you can rest up to one of your opponent's leader or character cards. I do like playing with Bonney as a leader. She's annoying for other people to play against, obviously, because you can rest their characters or leaders. Obviously, you have to have a Don active at the end of your turn so you can activate that ability, because it is on your opponent's attack once per turn. So we'll go through the list here. So the first new cards, SRs, Kid and Killer, and that is look at 5 cards from the top of your deck, reveal up to 1 Supernovas type card and add it to your hand, then place the rest at the bottom of your deck, and then on your opponent's attack, you may trash this character and set up to one of your Don cards as active. Obviously, if you've used up all your Dons at the end of your turn, and you don't really want this card for anything else except for searching, you can trash it, activate a Don for your leader's ability. The Law and Beepo. This is probably the card I was most excited for out of this deck. I've got a carrot deck that we sort of use on the side as well. So I think this will go well in that deck as well as Bonney. We'll have to see how the meta sort of moves around to see if it's actually utilised in a proper Bonney build. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of cycling through once the cycle occurs, I think in April next year. But so this one is on play, rest up to one of your opponent's characters, and that character will not become active in your opponent's next refresh phase. Then if your opponent has 2 or more rested characters, your leader gains 2,000 power until the end of your opponent's next end phase, which is just going to be a really good card for a lot of green decks. But yeah, we'll see how it goes in playing out the meta. Next card, another new one. I'm thinking it's just to replace some of the ones that are getting cycled out. So it's just 2 cost 1k blocker. It is a 1k blocker, yeah, but it's also 1k attack power. It's just a blocker, and on play, if you have 6 or more rested cards, draw 1 card and trash 1 card from your hand. So just a good way to cycle through your deck if you need to. So 4 of those in this one. The Basil Hawkins, 2k counter, which is always nice. And it's an end of turn, set up to one of your Don cards as active. So I don't know how much play it'll get, because I believe the Urog blocker's in here as well, which has the same end of turn ability. But it's a 2k counter, and if you've got nothing else, you can always play it out and just sort of assists with your leader ability. Then we got X-Drake, another new card for this set. And then if your leader has the Supernovas type, rest up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 5 or less, then set up to one of your Don cards as active at the end of this turn. So again, another end of turn sort of activating Don, which just plays into your leader. Scratch Man of Pooh. So we're going back into the cards that are already in existence. So happy for you guys just to pause if you want to have a read. I'll go past. It's usually just sort of like your 2k counter. Oh, so here's the Urog one that I was talking about. This is the one that's been around for ages. It's been played in the Bonney decks, and yeah, simply it's blocker, end of your turn. You can set one of your Don cards as active. So just it's a nice little one to have, actually. I've always liked playing that in the Bonney decks. Caribou, I don't think I've ever actually played this in a Bonney's deck. I'm guessing they're just trying to flesh it out with some Supernova cards that obviously aren't in the 1 cycle. So just down the bottom here, where are we? You can see that 2 in the Devil Fruit. Anything that's got a 1 is going to be cycled out in April next year, so April 2026. I think that's the reason why they've only put 2 and above in the starter decks, just preparing people for the inevitable of when they get cycled out for play. Korobu. Yep, another one that's just sort of been around for a while. It's OP07. Bartholomew. This is played in a couple of iterations of the Bonney deck. Don't know. I've played it in a few iterations on the sim. We'll see how we go when I slowly build out what I do for this deck. The Monkey D. Luffy. Again, another card that's been around for a little while. So have a pause if you want to have a look. Artwork on this one looks really cool. Rono Azoro, another OP07 card. Again, you can have a pause, have a look at any of the abilities you want. Where are we getting towards the end here? So we're getting into our event card. And this is, again, another OP07. It's been around for a while. It's played in a couple of iterations of Bonney. Not all of them, though. But something, obviously, for the starter deck. More pizza. Yep, just another Searcher event card. I don't think I've actually ever seen anyone play that in a Bonney deck, but interesting. And that rounds it out for the end of that starter deck, and then just into your standard Dons. Yeah, that's all the cards for the Yamato and Bonney decks. Here you go. It's another look at the leader. Oh, that's not the leader card. Lauren Beepo, wrong one. Here we go. There you go. 2 leader cards. Look, it's sick artwork. I wish I could have gotten just like one of each leader, to be honest. But yeah, I'm sure Jared will probably put up a video. He got the Purple Black Luffy. I don't think he got any of the others, but yeah, hopefully you liked the video. Hopefully it gives you a bit of an idea of at least the cards that you can see if you haven't seen them online already. And yeah, let us know. Well, who are you most excited for, the new starter deck leaders? What deck did you pick up? Do you reckon any of these cards are going to really change the meta? Obviously, the West format is getting this before the East, which is very rare with One Piece. Obviously, we haven't caught up yet. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see, because a lot of people tend to look at the East for what's coming up and how to set up their decks. Whereas now, like, it's a bit of a spanner in the works, because they're leaving it up to us to figure out where to play them. So there'll be people a lot smarter than me that I'm sure can facilitate decks with the new released cards in these starter decks. So look forward to seeing what's going on there. And yeah, we'll catch you on the next one, guys. Appreciate the watch, and cheers.